Floods in February, March this year have had an unprecedented effect on the community in the Northern Rivers. There's thousands of displaced residents and a critical need for urgent temporary housing to be provided to support those communities as part of the recovery. So the temporary housing program's a $350 million program. Public Works' role is procuring the site civil works, so services, electricity, power, water, roads, access, etc. to the sites, and also to procure the off-site fabrication of temporary modular housing to be placed on those sites.
More than a few thousand people that have been displaced from their homes. There is limited site availability in the Northern Rivers for temporary villages, but also just to source enough modular housing and temporary housing in order to house people into the future. And that's been a very mammoth effort in engaging with the market. Public Works is able to respond to these challenges through the very vast experience that we have across lots of infrastructure projects. Sometimes that has been temporary housing on a much smaller scale for other clients, but just our networks right across our business and our response experience to previous disasters such as bushfires.
So as a result of the COVID pandemic, there is already a significant demand for temporary housing right across Australia really. So there was nothing available at short notice. We were looking at a 12-week lead time at least to get temporary housing to sites. So the market was already busy, and adding our significant program into that mix meant the market was saturated and availability was very scarce. We're working on 10 sites at the moment across the Northern Rivers that are in various stages of construction at the moment. We're trying to stage the construction works. They're quite significant undertakings to service and construct roads, etc. We're working closely with the supply authority, electrical supply authority, Essential Energy, to make sure that we can obtain power to these sites. It's one of the critical risks. This is a significant undertaking, the scale of which is unprecedented within New South Wales. So from Public Works perspective, our ability to tap into a significant volume of experienced practitioners as well as utilise our local knowledge has meant that we're very well placed to support this critical community infrastructure recovery.